Hello guys, I'm going to give you a little brief on cold water dowsing, how to do it, and its benefits. You may have seen some of the stuff I posted on Facebook, but now that I have 3 weeks of practice under my belt, I feel understand it a little bit better. Again, this was taught to me by my friend Vince Wirmalin from Constant Motions over in Sarasota, Florida. And it's appropriate I'm doing this since I'm going to beat Vladimir on this Friday for a Systema seminar. But specifically in cold water dowsing, I call it like your tequila shot for spirituality, or putting yourself on meditation steroids. Because when you do this in a very short time, you feel really, really good afterwards. So how do you do it? Well, one of the first keys that was taught to me is to get yourself barefoot on actual ground. So if you do it on concrete or in the shower, you're going to miss out on the benefits of what you want to do. I personally put 10 pounds or more of ice into these 5-gallon buckets to make them cold. As you can see, we're in sunny Florida. If you lived in a state where it snows, then you'd be set, but you'd be doing seasonally. Here in Florida, I put 10 pounds of ice or more per bucket. When I do it for my kids, they do 5 pounds of ice each. Then what you do is that you're going to take it and you're going to dump it over yourself. They said the goal is to exhale. Of course, once you get the cold water, you're going to want to inhale. So what I do is that I will put it over my body to allow myself to inhale, and then I'll keep going back over my head. However, what you'll notice is as soon as you get that shot of very cold water, you will want to inhale. So it takes a lot of control to keep from hyperventilating, okay? And they've asked me, well, what are the benefits? There are multiple benefits, but I'll keep it down to 5. Of course, the first one that my friend Vince talked about is control over your body and your breathing. It makes you address fear. Another thing they talk about a lot is when you take this cold water on top of you, you're going to feel your whole body contract, and the blood goes into your organs, and then you're going to heat it up, perhaps to a flash 104 or 108. And what that does is it kills all the viruses and the bacteria. It's very healthy. What got me excited about this practice is that Vince told me that he's known Vladimir for 10 years and he's never been sick. And Vince told me that when he used to do it twice a day, he has a wife and 2 kids. Everybody could get sick in the house, but he would be immune. And that's what attracted me to this practice. So now I'm going to do it myself. Again, this is very cold water. I've got like a little bit over 10 pounds of ice in each. And what I found, there's 2 things that help me. Once you commit, what I do is 1, 2, 3, and I clap. And once I clap, I forget about it. And the other thing is to have an audience. So if I call my wife and my kids to watch me cold water dowsing, it kind of forces me to do it, okay? Another thing you want to do, again, is do it as slow as you can. I will warn you that if you do it really slow in one area, that area will constrict and it might hurt. But you're going to feel really, really good afterwards. Some things that I have not heard anybody talk about before, but in these last few weeks I've noticed, is that for some reason it makes your skin a lot smoother and softer. I haven't read that anywhere else. It's just I've noticed that on myself. And something that I've yet to see mentioned also is there's an emotional release component to it. Some people, when they do it, they feel like crying, and it's not because the water is cold. It's because this shock is allowing you to let go of things. Remember, when you pour this water over you, you're connected to the earth to allow all this negativity to flow off of you, as well as the physical benefits. But there's more going into it like that. Again, I do it and I feel like in 2 minutes I get the equivalent of 20 or 30 minutes of meditation. And I've done it with my wife, and we just do it, and in 2 minutes for the next 2 to 3 hours, it's like we meditated. All right, the other thing that Vince says is when you're doing this, there's a war going on between the fact that I want to do it and the fact that I know that it's very, very cold. So now, again, I've given you the how. I'm going to demonstrate it, and there's going to be an article on my website putting everything there in a little bit more detail, and also you'll see pictures of me doing it with my kids. So now I'm going to do it. So here we go. I stand before it. I stand, I do it, I set myself normal, and then once I'm normal, I'm going to do the second bucket. Each bucket has 10 pounds of ice, and here we go. 1, 2, 3. So when I go over my chest, it's just to allow me to breathe in. Otherwise, I want to gently exhale. All right, here we go. Second bucket. I'm normal, so 1, 2, 3. All right. And the other thing you want to do is you want to stay outside. Allow yourself to acclimatize to it. So hold off on going inside to the nice comfort. And that's cold water dowsing. Thank you.